After only a mere hour of playing the 1995 Neo Geo classic Pulstar, I realised that this was perhaps the hardest arcade archive game that I've played on the PS4. Its methodical horizontal space shooting action, complete with an assortment of upgrades and bosses, provide an experience that, if you want to get good at, then you're going to have to put in a lot of practice. Pilot Kaoru Yamazaki is one of the few survivors left after a fleet of alien spacecrafts wreak havoc upon the solar system. With the fate of mankind resting upon his shoulders, he takes to his ship, a Dino 246, which is capable of equipping on a range of different attachments to its nose. From plasma shields to homing rockets, its weapons pile on to create a form of battering ram that both protect it against oncoming fire and provide some serious retaliatory fire of its own. Aliens take on a whole host of different forms, from insect-like creepy crawlies, Starship Troopers anyone, to wild flame-hurling dragons whose bodies are made up entirely of fire. And then of course there's the bosses, providing the highlight of the game's encounters. Often going through multiple evolutions, these monstrosities cover up more than a fair share of the screen, and they certainly don't disappoint when it comes to providing a challenge. Consistent with most arcade games, I lost my first virtual quarter pretty swiftly. It was jarring getting used to the initial slow speed of my ship, which made avoiding enemy projectiles awkward. But slowly through repetition and through memorising the patterns of bullets and the alien spawn points, I could work out a strategy to get through each section unharmed. And with the generous amount of checkpoints, I could rinse and repeat to get the practice I needed for the hardest encounters. Of course, dying doesn't come without its own set of problems. While each explosive demise may not send me back that far, it does take away all of my hard-earned upgrades. All of the extra speed, protection and additional weapons gone, often due to one mindless mistake, like crashing into a wall. Often my first deaths would lead to a rage quit. After all, is it really worth battling on with no power-ups? Or is it simply going to be quicker to reset the game and start from scratch, slowly building back up to my former strength? The game provides the option to play any of the 4 levels from the start, and yet going into one of the later ones first without having built up a strong ship usually leads to a quick and sure death. However, there never ceases to be a drive to push on, further than you've ever gone before, just to see what the game could possibly throw at you next. Level 3, for example, saw me take on a ginormous screen-spanning colossus. As I worked my way up its body through a narrow tunnel, I had to surgically remove all of its weapons and its armour plates, piece by piece, before finally taking it down once and for all when I reached its head. As soon as Pulstar is switched on, its presentation shines through. Its incredible 3D graphics display the Dino 246 taking off, and in fact, this was the first time that a Neo Geo game included pre-rendered graphics, which, along with the in-game 3D models, make Pulstar a joy to look at. At least at the rare time when something's not trying to shoot you to death. Thanks for watching!